Samsung made it very clear at the launch of the Galaxy M series that this new series will be targeted at young millennials, a target market that has been captured by the Chinese smartphone makers for a couple of years now. In order to recapture the sub 50,000 rupee segment, Samsung has brought in the Galaxy M30. Is it capable enough to take on the competition? Well, we review it to find out. The Samsung Galaxy M30 is designed just like the Galaxy M10 and the Galaxy M20. The phone sports a big 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display with narrow bezels at the top and the sides and a thicker bottom chin. Samsung has opted for a plastic unibody for the Galaxy M30 and has curved the sides, making it comfortable to hold. The power and the volume buttons are placed on the right side of the device and offer good clicky feedback. We found the power button to be well positioned, but reaching the volume button required a quick shuffle in the hand. To the left of the device is the SIM tray, which has two nano SIM slots and a dedicated micro SD card slot. On the back, it has an oval-shaped fingerprint scanner that is placed a little higher, making it inconvenient to reach. There is a triple camera setup as well, which sits flush with the body. The 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display has Full HD Plus resolution that's crisp, has good viewing angles, and is also legible when outdoors. It has a small notch at the center that houses the selfie camera. You have the option to hide it in the display settings if you find it bothersome. Powering the phone is an octa-core Exynos 7904 processor. There are two variants for the Galaxy M30, one with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, which we reviewed, and the other with 6GB RAM and 128GB of storage. The smartphone comes with Samsung Experience 9.5 UI on top of Android 8.1 Oreo. Our review unit was running on a February security patch, which is good considering this is a budget smartphone. That said, Samsung should have shipped this with one UI based on Android Pie like it does with the Galaxy A30 that is only slightly more expensive than the Galaxy M30. You get a few apps pre-installed from Samsung, like Samsung Max, which is a data compression app, My Galaxy, and the Galaxy App Store. We found the My Galaxy app to be spammy as it kept sending push notifications, including ads and news. While setting up the phone for the first time, it does give you a list of recommended apps to install, which we didn't install. During this setup, it also asks you for permission for lock screen stories, which displays news stories and more on the lock screen. We didn't enable this as well since we found these quite annoying when we reviewed the Galaxy M20. The Samsung Galaxy M30 has the exact same processor as the M20, and we were expecting similar performance out of it. With day-to-day tasks, the phone showed no signs of slowing down or stutter. We could even multitask easily with multiple apps in the background. The fingerprint scanner is quick to unlock the smartphone, and it uses the selfie camera to unlock with face recognition as well. Dolby Atmos is available on the phone, but it can only be enabled when using headphones. We found the loudspeaker volume to be a little low while watching videos and playing games. To test gaming performance, we played PUBG Mobile, which defaulted to the medium settings with the graphics set to balanced and frame rate set to medium. We noticed lag at these settings while playing the game and changed the graphics settings to smooth. This eliminated lag and the game was playable. After playing PUBG Mobile for 37 minutes, we noticed that the phone was slightly warm to the touch and resulted in a 9% battery drain. The Samsung Galaxy M30 makes up for the average performance by offering good battery life. With a 5000 mAh battery on board, it can go on for a really long time without needing to be plugged in. Our above average usage resulted in the phone going on for over a day and a half easily. In our HD video loop test, the phone clocked 17 hours and 4 minutes, which is higher than the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1 as well as the Xiaomi Redmi Note 6 Pro. When you finally do run out of charge, the supplied 15-watt fast charger gets the phone to 23% in 30 minutes and 46% in an hour. A full charge takes a little over 2 hours. The triple camera setup on the Galaxy M30 consists of a 13-megapixel primary camera with an f1.9 aperture, a 5-megapixel depth sensor with an f2.2 aperture, and a 5-megapixel ultra-wide angle lens with a 123-degree field of view. For selfies, it has a 16-megapixel sensor with an f2.0 aperture. Samsung's camera app is simple and easy to use. You'll find toggles laid out at the bottom while the different modes are at the top. The camera has panorama, pro, beauty, live focus, stickers and continuous shot. Beauty mode lets you add beautification filters before clicking the image. You can manually tweak multiple settings or set it to smart beauty for the phone to manage the beautification. Photos clicked from the Galaxy M30 were on par with some of the other smartphones in this price range. Photos clicked in the day were sharp and had good amount of detail. The phone is able to focus and set the exposure right before clicking. Objects at a distance were still visible. When shooting against the light, we observed chromatic aberration. When clicking macros, we noticed that the phone could manage good separation between the subject and the background. However, we noticed that the phone had an issue while shooting red. It would aggressively boost the reds, causing it to look artificial. The ultra-wide-angle sensor is useful to capture a wider frame, and since it lacks autofocus, it is best used for landscape shots. It did introduce barrel distortion in a few photos we clicked, but Samsung does offer a shape correction option in the gallery to sort this out. This sensor, however, does not capture details like the primary does. We clicked portraits in the live focus mode and were happy with the output. You can set the level of blur required, and the phone is capable of distinguishing the subject from background and has good edge detection. Low light camera performance of the Galaxy M30 was average. Photos had low noise but had fine grain. This could be down to the aggressive noise reduction algorithm. Objects at a distance weren't recognizable, but this is acceptable at this price. Selfies clicked from the lone 16-megapixel selfie camera had good detail. We also used the live focus mode for a bokeh effect, and in spite of a single selfie shooter, the M30 managed good edge detection. Video maxed out at 1080p for the primary camera but lacked stabilization, which led to a shaky output. The Galaxy M30 is the third smartphone from Samsung in the M series and is priced well at 14,990 rupees for the 4GB RAM variant and 17,990 rupees for the higher 6GB RAM variant. It is also among the few smartphones at this price range to sport an AMOLED panel. We also found the big battery to be very helpful, as we could stay away from the charger a lot longer. The cameras are good in daylight but could do with a few tweaks for better macro and low light photography.
We were hoping for One UI based on Android 9 Pie. Instead, we were disappointed when we got Samsung Experience UI on Android 8 Oreo.
For the asking price, the Galaxy M30 is not a bad phone. But if you gauge a phone purely based on its performance, then you may want to take a look at the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7 Pro, which offers seriously good value, as well as the Realme U1 and the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2.
So that was our review of the Samsung Galaxy M30. What do you guys think about this device? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to gadgets360.com.